So this is our 13th national park that we're going to visit, Mammoth Cave in Kentucky, which is the only national park in the state of Kentucky. We're only going to be here one full day and part of another day, so it's going to be a little bit of a rush trip. We weren't able to get campground reservations longer than that. Plus, we're anxious to get back up to Ohio and see our family up there. So 2 nights here at Mammoth Cave, and we're really looking forward to it. Well, we just arrived at the visitor center. We're going to walk in, check it out. We think we may do one cave tour for sure, either today or tomorrow, and maybe do a hiking tour today or tomorrow. Well, we purchased our tickets to take the Domes and Dripstones tour. It's a 2-hour tour. I think it's 2 miles in length. We're going back out to the car to drop off our stuff, and we're going to head back to take the tour.
Here in just a few minutes, when the final call is made, we're going to be loading up on these buses. There's different entrances to this big cave system depending on what tour you signed up for. We're going to go down the drain. We're going to go down that sinkhole and find what they found. They didn't have a nice stainless steel staircase. You're going underground. You're going to be in some tight, narrow passageways. We're going to be in big cave and small cave, so keep that in mind. If you're scared of heights, if you're acrophobic, there's going to be places where you can look down over the staircase and see pits and domes. Some drop 30 feet, some drop 90 feet.
This is known as a wet cave tour, and I know why. I'm getting wet.
Scoot over just a little so people can see. Oh, I got a seat here. Just to make sure everybody has a seat up close. When you get down here, look straight up at the ceiling. Don't look look up till you get off the steps.
Yeah.
That could be bad.
Well, we finished the cave tour and went and got some ice cream. The tour's not quite 2 hours, but from start till you load on the bus to finish it was neat. I think I like Lehman's Cave that we did in Nevada. I think I liked it a lot better. It was a lot prettier inside, and the tour that we did in Mammoth was just like a cave, and at the very end you saw some drips and things like that. But it is kind of cool because it's so big, and you gotta go. But as far as the caves that we've done so far, I like Lehman better than Mammoth.
Yeah, that was just one of, I don't know, they've got probably eight or so cave tours that you can do here.
Yeah.
That was just one of them. So it's likely that some of the other ones have more pretty parts to the tour. But one thing about Mammoth, if you didn't know, out of all the caves in the world, Mammoth is the longest of any of them by far. They've mapped 412 miles, I think, in the cave system here so far, and the closest to that is just barely over 200 miles, and I think that cave, I read somewhere in Mexico. So hence it's called Mammoth Cave, because it's mammoth. So we're going to head back to the RV and relax, and then we've got one more day here at Mammoth tomorrow, so we're looking forward to maybe doing a hike tomorrow. Good morning. This is day 2 in Mammoth Cave National Park, and today, instead of being under the ground, we're going to be on top of the ground. We're going to do a hike. Pretty close to the visitor center. So it's 8:22 a.m. Supposed to heat up again today, somewhere in the, I think, mid-80s. But it's I think a 3 or 4 mile hike. So we're going to get after it and get some exercise. So this is the Green River Bluffs Trail. It's only 1.3 miles, but where it ends here, there's another trail that picks up and goes way down in here. So it's going to end up being a lot longer than 1.3 miles. Alrighty. Here's a lookout over the Green River. Beautiful. What is this?
So this is Dixon Cave, and it used to be part of Mammoth Cave until a sinkhole happened, and then it cut it off from Mammoth. So
Oh, wow.
that used to be
Cool.
part of it. And here on the map it shows, it says collapses are really rare, but so this is kind of what happened. So all this rock, the sinkhole blocked it.
So the Indiana bat hibernates here. One thing they told us yesterday when we did our cave tour was that I believe they said 90% of the bats have died because of a fungus or some type of a disease. So you used to be able to see a lot of bats here. Right now, you're lucky to see any.
So this is where the Indiana bats hibernate. You're not allowed in this cave due to the sinkhole, but the ailment that Trig was talking about earlier is called white nose syndrome, and it's the syndrome that's, or the bacteria, fungus, whatever's killed thousands of bats.
Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Coming up on some type of a tour. I assume there's a cave entrance up here. Oh, this is a historic entrance. This is the historic cave tour. I can't believe how cold it is here at the entrance to the cave. Wow.
Of cold air, and they followed it because they were curious, also because it was hot and sweaty outside, and wouldn't you do the same thing?
It sounds like this was the first entrance into the cave. So if you followed our vlog for any time at all, you'll notice that we're usually behind a few weeks posting our videos as compared to where we're actually at. So we're here at Mammoth Cave at the end of May. So it's starting to warm up. We just saw a couple turkeys back there. It's kind of cool. But one thing we've experienced this year on a negative, thought I heard something up in the tree, is the ticks have been terrible. We've had some issues this spring with ticks. Me personally, I've had to dig 5 of those nasty critters out of my body. Leslie's had a couple, and our dogs, Maya, our larger dog, the older one, we had to dig one out of her the other day. So I don't know if the ticks are worse this year than they normally are, but this is the worst tick outbreak that we've ever experienced. Bugs are starting to get bad. There's a little building right up here. There's a hole down there with water in it. It looks like it goes down pretty far. It looks pretty deep. Where'd it go? That deer jumped out right underneath that walkway, that bridge we were walking across, and it actually bumped the bottom of it. Scared me to death. I didn't know what that was. You never know what you're going to find when you're out in the wilderness. So that's a spring up there coming out of an underground river, and it's created a river on top of the ground. I'm not sure exactly what the Green River Ferry is, but it's closed. Walk up here and see what it looks like.
You think they would know this?
I know.
I've never been on this. You never been over there?
We missed our trail turn off. Kind of glad we did. It ended up taking us down to where there's a ferry that crosses the river. You saw it back there. Looks like it holds maybe 1 or 2 cars at a time. It just takes you back and forth across the river. We met up with some locals down there that said that it's been closed for about a week, and it's going to be closed for about another week, they think, because of mussels. She didn't know if it was mussels in the river in general, or if it was just mussels that have attached themselves to the ferry itself. So we're going to head back and get back on the trail. We came upon a little cave here. Looks like called White's Cave.
Pretty cool.
Pretty neat.
Hey, anybody in there? Bigfoot, you in there?
Good.
Yeah, REI. We've come up on a sinkhole called the Mammoth Dome Sink. You can see the lines there, the white lines. Those are parts of one of the cave tours, and then over here is a ladder system. But up at the very top is the actual sink, and I believe it's down here. So we're going to walk down and take a look at it. Can you see it? I guess that's it right there. Making our way back. Well, we just got back to the RV park. I neglected to wrap up the hike. We ended up walking a little over 4 miles. Got our 10,000 plus steps in, so that feels good to get some exercise, burn some calories. So it's lunchtime. On the way home, we were trying to figure out what to eat. Saw a sign up in front of McDonald's. They got a deal. So we bought 3 of these along with 2 small fries. Can't remember the last time I had a Big Mac. $1 a piece. How can you pass that up? We'll probably be paying for it later.